Hello friends, I welcome you all in this first lecture of this 2 weeks online course on chemical kinetics. I have divided my lecture in following topics: introduction, chemical reaction and examples, role of chemical kinetics, rate of reaction, average and instantaneous rate of reaction, and unit of rate of reaction. Let me first introduce to you chemistry. Chemistry deals with composition, structure, and properties of a substance. Let's look at this example. It is methyl acetate. In chemistry, we learn the composition or element present in the molecule such as carbon, oxygen, and hydrogen. Structure, how these atoms are connected to each other, and physical and chemical properties of this molecule. Secondly, chemistry deals with the transformation of substance as chemical reaction. Example, on hydrolysis of methyl acetate, it produces acid and alcohol. In any chemical reaction, one will try to understand the feasibility of the reaction as a part of thermodynamical study. If delta G gives free energy is less than 0, then reaction is feasible. If delta G is greater than 0, then reaction will not be feasible. Secondly, one will try to understand the extent of reaction which is a part of chemical equilibrium. Example, H2 plus I2 gives 2HI. And lastly, one will try to understand the speed of reaction, means time taken by a reaction to complete or to reach at equilibrium, which comes under chemical kinetics. Example, N2 plus 3H2 gives 2NH3. In this course, we will try to explore the kinetic aspect of the chemical reaction. Let's look some of the chemical reaction from your daily life: rusting, fermentation, and combustion. If I ask you to classify these reactions on the basis of time taken by them into fast, moderate, and very slow, then what would be your answer? Stop the video and try to guess. Let's see whether your classification is right or is there any correction in your classification. Rusting comes under very slow process because it takes months and years to complete, whereas fermentation is a moderate process which takes hours to complete, and combustion is a fast reaction. It takes seconds to complete. Let me show the chemical equation for these processes: rusting, fermentation, and combustion. I have an activity for you. After this video lecture, look at your surrounding for various chemical reactions and classify them into three categories: very slow, moderate, and fast. Now, let me introduce the role of chemical kinetics. Number one, it explains the rate of reaction or time taken by a reaction to complete. Number two, it tells how the concentration of chemical substances, reactant and product changes with time. Number three, it tells about the various factors which affects the rate of reaction, such as concentration to nature of reactant. Now, I will start with rate of reaction. In classical mechanics or Newtonian mechanics, rate means how much a quantity changes when another quantity such as time changes. Let's see an example. A biker starts with a position A. After a certain time, it reaches to the new position B. So, speed of biker is change its position with respect to time, which is del x by del t. In chemistry, similarly, the rate or speed of a reaction is change in concentration of chemicals, reactant or product with respect to time. Let's look at one example. Here our reactant produces a product P. This is the reactant container and that is the product container. Initially there is no product, only reactant. As the reaction evolves, reactant start to produce product. During the chemical reaction, the concentration of reactant decreases and the concentration of product increases. Hence, the rate of reaction can be defined by rate of decrease in concentration of reactant R or rate of increase in concentration of product P. Let me show you the graphical representation of change in concentration of reactant and change in concentration of product. Now, let me derive the mathematical expression for rate of reaction for some example. In this example, 1 mole of reactant and 1 mole product is there and volume remains constant. Then suppose at time t1, concentration of reactant is R1 and concentration of product is P1. At time t2, concentration of reactant is R2 and product is P2. Then during interval del T is equals to T2 minus T1, change in concentration of reactant is del R is equals to R2 minus R1 and change in concentration of product is del P is equals to P2 minus P1. Then the rate of reaction is minus del R by del T is equals to del P by del T. Here I have used negative sign because change in concentration of reactant is negative. Now, let me take another example of rate of reaction. In this reaction, small a mole of A react with small b mole of B and produce small c mole of C and small d mole of D. This is the reaction where A and B reacts together and forms C and D. In this case, the rate of reaction can be defined by fall in concentration of A and B per mole and increase in concentration of product C and D per mole. And the rate of reaction R is equal to minus 1 upon A del A by del T is equals to minus 1 upon B del B by del T is equal to 1 upon C del C by del T and is equal to 1 by D del D by del T. In this equation, small a, small b, small c and small d are the stoichiometric coefficients. From this equation, we can say that when we write the rate of reaction in terms of change in concentration of reactants and product, we have to divide them with their stoichiometric coefficient. Now, let me take another example. In this reaction, 2 mole of NO react with 1 mole of O2 and produces 2 mole of NO2. The rate of disappearance of NO and O2 are minus del NO by del T and minus del O2 by del T, and the rate of appearance of NO2 is del NO2 by del 2, and the rate of reaction with respect to NO, O2 or NO2 is minus 1 by 2 del NO by del T is equal to minus del O2 by del T is equal to 1 upon 2 del NO2 by del T. Stoichiometric coefficient for NO, O2 and NO2 are 2, 1 and 2 respectively. Now, let me derive the mathematical expression for average rate of reaction. Here I am showing a graph of concentration versus time. First graph shows the change in concentration of reactant R. To get the average rate of reaction between 2 points T1 and T2, we draw two lines from time axis to the curve, and where it cuts the curve, from there we draw two lines on concentration axis. This part will give change in concentration of R between two time points T1 and T2. Similar things can be done on product curve and we will get the change in concentration of product between two time points T1 and T2. To calculate the average rate of reaction, we divide the change in concentration by time point difference, which is del T. So, the average rate of reaction is minus del R by del T is equals to del P by del T. By this way, we can calculate the average rate of reaction. In some condition, we need to calculate instantaneous rate of reaction. So, let me derive the mathematical expression for instantaneous rate of reaction. Suppose in this graph, we want to estimate the instantaneous rate of reaction at time t. Then first we have to draw a line on the curve where it touches to the time point t. Next, we draw blue lines from time axis and concentration axis on that black dashed line. Where blue lines cut to each other, they form a triangle. If we calculate the slope of this dashed blue line, then that slope will give us instantaneous rate of reaction. Similar thing can be done on product curve. From the above graph, we can write the expression for instantaneous rate of reaction, which is minus dr by dt is equals to dp by dt. Now let me introduce the unit of rate of reaction. Rate of reaction is minus del R by del T is equals to del P by del T is equals to concentration by time. As we know that the unit of concentration is mole per liter and unit of time is second. Then the unit of rate of reaction is mole per liter per second or mole liter inverse or second inverse. In gaseous state, partial pressure has been used in concentration term, which has a unit of atmospheric pressure. So in gaseous state, the unit of rate of reaction is atmospheric pressure per second or atmospheric pressure second inverse. Now it's time to assess yourself. Number one, write down the rate of reaction for following chemical equations. Number two, identify 5 chemical reactions in your daily life and classify them into very slow, fast and moderate process. And number three, I have posted an assignment. You can go to that assignment and submit it before the deadline. Summary of this lecture. In this lecture, I have showed some chemical reaction and classified them on the basis of time taken by them to complete. I discussed the role of chemical kinetics, rate of reaction, average and instantaneous rate of reaction, and unit of rate of reaction. In next lecture, I will discuss about rate law, rate constant, and order of reaction. Thank you so much.